Oh, nice pass by Maeda. Dump shot by Danny Mafua. That'll keep the Portland State blockers honest for a while. If Mafua gets a little more offensive.
And not the most aggressive of dunks, but very strategic by the way she placed that ball into that right back corner. See the numbers on Mafua, 11.62 sets per game.
Good block by Hartong, late close. Phillips, a little dump shot. I think Mafua got a little bit too greedy. What do you think? One too many times to reaching into the well.
Well, I think she didn't really know where to set on that time as well. Kanani Danielson released out and covered that ball, so she didn't have a left side attacker. I think she wasn't confident going in the middle. Tried to dump for a second time in a row, but Portland State was there.
So Hawaii up 13-11. Portland State refusing to go away. Maeda with a nice pass. Here's Danielson on the outside. She's starting to warm up now. That comes up clear by us about 10 rows up into the stands. We're high above this court, and that ball almost reached us.
Well, with shots like that, you can see why Danielson was a 3-time Hawaii High School State Player of the Year. And as the match progresses, we wouldn't be surprised if we see more of that from Kanani Danielson.
And a 2-time WAC Player of the Year. Nice step-out maneuver by Christy Hamilton. All Big Sky honorable mention, 6'3" senior from Calgary, Alberta, north of the border. The service Phillips, so she's starting to warm up as well. That one had some heat on it. Here's Hartong, just rips it. Danielson tries to bury it. It gets dug. Great dig by Portland State. Danielson hits back corner. And here's Rosendale. She gets dug by Maeda. Mafua right there to give Danielson a shot. Portland State playing some great defense right now, and Phillips just rips away on that pipe shot out of the back row. And Portland State creeps to within one. Again, after Hawaii held a 4-point lead early on, they have gotten right back into this ball game. Phillips again with a jump serve. Oh, Sateli. She let go on that one. Wow. And so with that kill, and with Hawaii up 15-13, and we'll take a timeout. Whenever you attend a University of Hawaii match at the Stan Sheriff Center, you could win an upgrade from Bank of Hawaii for courtside Banco Fantastic seats. For more details on how to enter and win, visit the Stan Sheriff Center on game day, and you could be sitting courtside, courtesy of Bank of Hawaii. You see a sprinkling of Hawaii fans. There's probably, what do you think, close to 50 to 100 somehow in there?
Nice showing by Hawaii fans who always seem to show up no matter where Hawaii is on the continental United States. The Hawaii fans seem to show up.
They're everywhere.
As you see Alex Griffith come into the game for Kanani Danielson for serving purposes.
Griffith puts up a good service and force an overpass. Hawaii with a chance to score off the free ball. And here's Hartong, unable to make it work. And here's out of the back row, Phillips. She loves that back row attack. What a set by Griffey, but it's not quite good enough. And Weber makes Portland State pay for the overpass.
We've got to credit Alex Griffiths coming off the bench. Must be a little bit cold, but really putting the pressure with her serve there and does a nice job of setting up Weber.
Forces another bad pass. And a shot that was long by Rosendale. Nicole Badeham was the one that was in passing. She's going to be replaced by the libero, Diana Viapanda.
Griffiths sometimes called upon to serve for Kanani Danielson, who has some problems sometimes overheating. She doesn't normally sweat like normal people. She has to actually have some cool-off times. So right now, Kanani Danielson in the back pouring water all over her head to kind of cool off. As you see Hawaii's block continue to be on fire, with Michelle Weber and Hartong putting up a nice block.
A couple of teenagers there, freshmen. The diaper dandies putting up the big block.
An interesting matchup that time. They sent Sateli to the left side and actually brought Weber over to the right. So Hawaii coaching staff doing some interesting things, moving their players around. Again, Sateli going to the left, and we'll be hitting from the left now.
And I like that when they do the switch blocking like that. Here's a dump shot that Griffey picks up, and Satelli continues with a hot hand, and Mafua continuing to feed her. She knows where the hot hitter is. And Hawaii is going to get a timeout after this attack because Portland State has seen enough. Back here at Heck Edmondson Pavilion, Ryan Suji and Chris McLaughlin bringing you all the action. Hawaii up 19-13 on a 5-point run by Alex Griffiths. She's got it all going on now with her serve. Hawaii playing some pretty good defense. And the blocking woes that have been around for the last 2 weeks seem to have been solved. Hawaii with 7 blocks, Portland State's 4.
A great touch on the block that time by Satelli. Hawaii's defense getting caught a little bit shallow, unable to help out.
Good swing by Aubrey Mitchell that time. Mitchell picks up her 4th kill. Oh, good pass by Kai Hui. Satelli again, bringing the heat. More Satelli. She gets dug by Villalpando. And that's going to go down as a Satelli kill. And if it does, that'll be Satelli's 11th kill. She's hitting 348 right now. Those are big numbers.
Great job by Alex Griffiths as Kanani Danielson checks back into the match for Hawaii.
Good pass by Schlatter, ball on the line, another block for Hawaii. That time Satelli and Hewitt hanging up.
Hawaii's best blocking duel, Hewitt and Satelli. Satelli closing that line and Hewitt doing a nice job closing as we see Kayla Goodman coming into the match for Weber.
And for Portland State, Kylie Patton, Kenny Patton's little sister, into the lineup. Good swing in the middle that time by Alana Zilke. Zilke having a pretty good match. She's got 6 kills now.
And to serve for Portland State, number 12, Domi Kristinakova.
Not to serve Dominika Kristinakova. Daniels not a good pass. Schlatter to Phillips. Good dig by Liz Kai-Hue. Satelli just has to do a one-legged takeoff and out there, and Weber cannot handle the dump by Schlatter.
Well, heady play by the freshman Schlatter just to tip that ball in a very precise location over her head into the left front position. The redshirt freshman picking up her 2nd kill of the match.
She got 24 aces on the year, mid-all tournament, conference. Outstanding freshman in the conference. There's Phillips again hitting the pipe set out of the back. Danielson chases down the dig by Satelli. And here comes Portland State with the advantage, and Danielson again with the dig. Mafua with a good set. Villalpando, what a dig by Villalpando. Big block by Hewitt again up front. Can she get the block going again? She does, but it's out. And the young lady from Radford High School, Kylie Patton, gets her 1st kill of her life in the NCAA tournament.
Good to see Patton getting some playing time and getting a kill off Brittany Hewitt. As you said earlier, Patton, the younger sister of former UH great Kenny Patton.
Good dig by Kai-Hue. This time Danielson getting out of the back row with no block up, chooses to hit it soft. Oh, what a block by Hewitt. Oh my goodness. That came back faster than it was going over.
Well, the thing about Hewitt is she's a very deceiving blocker. Sometimes it looks as though for the hitters that they'll have that cross court, but Hewitt is what we call a late filler. She fills in the seam at the very last minute and takes it away, and often that results in much of her blocks is that late seam close.
Miyato forces a bad pass, net violation on Schlatter, and Hawaii goes up 23-17, their largest lead here in set number 2. And Portland State's going to call their 2nd and final timeout. So will we. You see some of the Hawaii contingent cheering on the Rainbow Wahine, one of them with the Portland State. Oh, but, you know, both teams are green and white, so she fits right in with the Hawaii gang.
Actually, looks like there are more Hawaii fans here. Maybe half of them might be Portland State.
Actually,
we have to really make sure.
I think you're right, because I just saw a lot of green. I thought, oh, it must be Hawaii fans. But clearly Portland State is green, and they've got a lot of fans here as well. Hawaii 2 points away from closing out set number 2. Huliato serves in the net after the timeout.
One of the Cardinals says you never want to serve a ball into the net or out of bounds coming out of a timeout. As we see Patton back to serve.
Good jump float, good pass by Kai Hui. Oh, nice pancake by Villalpando. Patton with a pipe hit out of the back row. Weber ripping it high off the hands down the line. She picks up kill number 7 in Hawaii at set point. Emily Maeda from Roosevelt will serve. Nice pancake by Diana Villalpando.
Watch the 2 slide.
Maeda for the set. Good pass. Tap in the middle. Oh, nice swing by Zilke. She continues to put up good numbers. You know, she hit 340 on the year. Tonight, Zilke hitting well over that. She's got 6 kills now, hitting over 360. Zilke with the serve. Maeda, good pass by Maeda. Set point there by Danielson. She doesn't get it by hitting, so she gets it by blocking. Something Hawaii's done very, very well tonight. That's their 10th block of the night. And they go up 2-0 against Portland State. Dave Shoji's got to be pleased with the way his team has put up a huge wall. Set number 3 coming up.